We're gonna go do some deer hunting today. I got my buddy Mark, Schwangerbanger.
Schwabenlander.
Okay, I don't know. I've never even attempted to.
It's big and long.
Yeah. Anyway, so let me give you a little gist of a little rundown of how this, what's going on and what happened. So, if you look back at some of my scouting videos, scouting some of these marshes this summer, Mark saw them and you recognized them because you were scouting the same areas I was.
Yeah, yeah.
And being the great guy he is, and you know, a good fellow hunter, he sent me a message. Hey Shane, we're likely hunting the same areas. Let's work together so we're not screwing each other up. So that's what we're doing.
Yep.
So we compared maps, met up, compared maps, and it just so happened a lot of the same beds we had found, same spots we thought would be good, ideal trees to hunt those beds. And so that's what we're going to go in today and work together. We got 2 spots picked out. The wind's favorable for us to hunt near the beds. I'm going to take a spot about, what, 200 or 300 maybe yards farther south. I've got a bed out in front of me, 100 yards. You've got some beds out in front of you, probably what, 60 to 100 yards?
100, yeah.
Yep.
A couple different spots.
And then the plan was, if nothing happens today, we'll move in a little farther tomorrow. Well, things have changed. My daughter's got a volleyball game tomorrow, so Mark will be going it alone if you make it out here.
I'm not going to make it tomorrow either. So
Okay, so
tonight or never, or later.
okay, and then the wind is actually, I don't think, favorable for me Wednesday, so I may hit a different spot. Anyway, we're going in. We're going to go back in here about 3/4 of a mile to a mile, close to it, somewhere in that area, and then we're going to get really quiet and stealthy, and we're going to sneak up to our respective trees, climb up in there, and then just wait for something to happen.
Hang out in the sun.
What are you targeting today? Does or just bucks? Does, both. Okay. Yeah, I have tag for each.
Me too.
So
the freezer's getting pretty empty, so.
well, I've got a deer from North Dakota, so I may be a little selective on whether I shoot a doe or not. Being that far back and it is 80 degrees today, I know that's no excuse. I mean, if you go back here to shoot any deer, you should be prepared to shoot either one. I just, like I said, I got a deer in the freezer, so I may be second guessing it. But I don't know, she get in front of me, I may just say, send it. Anyway, we're not gonna dilly around any longer. We gotta get back in here, and by the time we get set up, I think we'll have about 2.5 hours before in the light. All right, let's go do this. My boots are soaked. I stepped off in a couple of deep holes. We're almost to dry ground now. I can drain my boots so I'm not toting 6 pounds around with me, extra pounds. What's that?
Are you going to take the west side around?
Yeah, we got, there's a trail right here through the middle. Have you ever been on this trail?
Yeah.
I worked that trail all the way down, and then you'll branch off, and then I'll keep going. I'll kind of be in the center and maybe slightly to the right side, and then I'll cut straight to my tree. But when I get there, that's where I'll start really going slow. I'll go slow by your area too. I'll try not to hit any sticks and stuff intentionally.
I'm not, I mean, that trail goes through the middle. I'm not too far off.
Yeah, there's the trail I take goes kind of like here and then cuts back that way. Are you hunting the 2 islands or the single?
Got one right there.
Okay. See, there's another tree right here, but then the wind's going to be blowing out of the south. So.
Yeah. There's trails coming from here.
Okay, all right.
From there. I'm trying to cover both of them, I guess, at least for the first set, to see what's out there.
All right. Well, what time is it?
4:17.
Okay, I was hoping to be in the tree by 5:30, so we might be a little late. We got an hour and 15 minutes, so it's only going to take about 15 minutes to get to close to yours, and then we'll slow down and get on by it. Getting close to where I'm gonna hunt. We're probably 100 yards from my tree, and that tree is probably about 80 yards from the bed. Acorns in the woods here, there seems to be plenty of them. I'm finding fresh deer tracks. We'll get real quiet here and we'll sneak up to the tree. Like I said, we got another 100 yards to go.
It's 5 minutes till 6 o'clock. I was hoping to be in my stand by 5:30, so I missed it by 25 minutes. Which means it's not the end of the world. We got an hour and a half before sunset, so then roughly 2 hours before the end of the legal light. And this looks like a pretty good spot. There's a couple of trails crisscrossing right here in front of me, and then one off to my left here, all of them in bow range. This one might be a little tricky because this limb right here in front of me, I might be able to just shoot it out the backside here, but I'm hoping it just cuts across here. I got one trail that comes right under my stand, so we're just gonna have to take care of the situation as it arises. There's a deer bed right out in front of us. I'm gonna tell you how far it is. It's 105 yards to that bed under that tamarack tree. Check out that bed right there. It's being used often. It's a great location right up under this tamarack tree. You can see the grass is matted down. There's the tree line over there. We got these two little tamarack trees here. So that would be my target to look through. And there's a tree right there. I was looking with my binoculars earlier, but I couldn't see, if any antlers were sticking up. There is another bed at the next tamarack tree. We got another bed. There's a lot of these tamaracks that have beds around them, so a deer could pop out anywhere. Well, we just crossed into the end of legal light, and I didn't see anything, but I did hear what sounded like grunting earlier off in that direction. I'm gonna slip out of this tree and head up and meet Mark and see what he saw this evening. I can't seem to find my way through this place. Oh! I'm gonna stand on the other side of a deadfall. What's that? Oh my god. That was rough. There's so many trees down back there.
Yeah?
And there's so many bright eyes back there.
I noticed I'm on one here. I'm assuming it.
No, there's like 2,000 of them down there.
Yeah.
And then
And they don't all lead the same way.
nope, and my GPS all of a sudden wanted to delay when it updated, and I'm trying to get around deadfall, and I get on the other side and I find the trail, and I start walking, and I'm looking at my GPS. It hasn't updated. About 2 minutes of walking, it shows I'm going the opposite direction. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You ready to get out of here?
Sure.
What'd you see?
I haven't seen anything.
Nothing. Did you hear what sounded like grunting back there?
No.
I heard it sound like 6 grunts. I mean, it sounded like the real deal, like a young deer or a doe.
Nope.
And then about 15 minutes later, I heard it again, and it was continuous, like 30 of them in a row. And I'm like, man, if that's another critter other than a deer, I guarantee that joker's grunting up deer, because it sounded like the real deal. Yeah, I'm serious. Only thing I could figure was maybe a young deer up in there in bed. It got up, was looking for the mom, just walking and grunting. Anyway, I've seen them grunt like continuous, but not that many in a row. I've seen them grunt like 3 or 4 in a row. Anyway.
Yeah, I've seen bucks do that in the rut where they're walking and grunting and walking continuously.
I'm sorry to shine this light right at you. I got the camera on. All right. Well, I guess let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
So you didn't see anything?
No, just think I heard something. That's about it. Another awesome day in the swamp.
Yep.
Good afternoon. Day 3 of my Minnesota public land adventures. I was out here, I guess it was yesterday. You know, it's a shame I can't keep up the days. I got so much going on.
I guess it was the day before yesterday. Yeah, I didn't hunt yesterday. That's right. We had thunderstorms yesterday. Cold front came through. Temperatures are much cooler. So I'm hoping that means the deer are going to be active this evening. I hunted on the edge of the marsh, I guess it's Monday. And there was a little island right off that. And I figured there might be some bedding in there. My plan was to go to the next island the next time I hunted. But I'm going to skip all that. I'm diving right into the third island where I found some, what I think some really good bedding during my summer scouting. And I'm hoping there's a good buck there. I jumped at least one deer. I think I heard a second deer when I was out here scouting. The first deer was a small buck. The other one I never laid eyes on. And I'm hoping that was a bigger buck. But anyway, we'll slip into the cattails back there and see if we can manage to get one today. I'm doing a ground assault today. I got me a little Alps wetland seat back there in my turkey vest. So I'm gonna be watching a trail coming from the tip of an island right next to like a little water hole. So I'm hoping I'll have some shot opportunities there. So come along. It's gonna be interesting. There's a hole there. That was a deep hole there. Let's pray I don't fall through any of those again. That almost went over my waders. Deer trail right here. This might pose a little problem. I have to adjust my setup. This deer trail goes right through here. There's another one that goes around that side. But it looks like it might be just thick enough right here. Well, that'll be a close shot, but we'll see. I'm gonna ease up just a little bit. I don't want to get too close to these deer beds. Lots of fresh tracks right here on this trail. This is actually gonna work out to be perfect. I think I can get right here this tree and launch that way and then shoot to this way also. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. What I do know is I must have been real stealthy getting in here because there was a coyote at about 25 yards. And he either caught my movement or he saw something and he was looking right at me, but he didn't know what it was. He just stared at me for a long time, and I tried to get my main camera out to get some footage of him. He turned and trotted off. But if there's a coyote out here, does that mean there's no deer in the beds? Only one way to find out: sit here and hunt. I'm not totally satisfied with the setup, but I believe if they come through here, it's going to be a pretty close shot, and I think I can pull it off without them seeing them, unless they turn and come right to me. Then I got to wait for them to get by this brush here and shoot them right here to my right. I don't like the fact that I saw the coyote out here, but I imagine these coyotes come out here enough that the deer are used to it. So anyway, guess we're just gonna sit here and keep our eyes peeled. Hopefully we'll see something.
saw her looking around and then she just walked away. I don't know if she smelled that coyote from earlier or maybe got a whiff of me, but the wind's blowing in my face. I don't think she saw me over here. I didn't see her even look over this way. Plus I got a tree in my way, so who knows. But it's good to see a deer. Hey, this is Shane. You just called me about a tracking dog.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a cattail marsh, making my way back to the truck. I'll call you. Give me 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds good.